Job opportunities in STEM are outpacing general job growth in the United States. Although women and underrepresented minorities are making gains in the general workforce, the representation in STEM fields is still lacking. The majority of the STEM workforce consists of white or Asian males, with women and underrepresented minorities making few, if any, gains over the last 20 years.
We have fallen behind in the U.S. as far as our diversity. Our population is becoming more and more diverse, but the STEM fields are not.
So why aren't women and underrepresented minorities pursuing careers in STEM?
I didn't take physics in high school. I took engineering physics for the first time in college and not one idea what physics was like. I was like, I know what gravity is. That's great.
Sometimes when you mention mathematics, you mention computer science, you mention engineering, if you don't know a lot about that, it almost sounds overwhelming, because to me, a teacher sounds easier. I don't think it is, but it may be easier because they're familiar with that. I don't know if we do a good enough job in explaining to diverse children all of those different opportunities.
In general, the U.S. lags behind other developed countries in our mastery of mathematics and science. Many high schools don't offer the courses needed to prepare students for advanced studies, like physics and calculus. And Black and Hispanic students are even less likely to have access to advanced math and science courses.
With the STEM programs, you have to get the students into this cadence of learning much earlier. If you have a good foundation in the math and the sciences at the earlier age, it's easier and it becomes more attainable as you move through high school and college.
Although girls around the world generally outperform boys in science, the opposite is true in the U.S. Here, girls still struggle with the stereotype that women aren't good at math and science.
I'm one of the only Black people, or dots as my mom would say, in the majority of my classes. There's more females as you get higher and you know what discipline you're going into, but it doesn't always mean that they'll make it.
Representation itself can be an obstacle for college students.
When you think about mentors in the academic sense, a senior partner who's a lawyer talking to a junior lawyer, that's one thing. But I think it's more organic when we talk about mentors in the marginalized communities. It's someone that a student can look to, not only for the program, but just the reassurance of, am I okay? Because for a lot of the students, they may be first-generation students into the college experience.
About half of the STEM workforce is over the age of 45, and there just aren't enough young, qualified workers to fill the ranks. In order to have a healthy workforce, we can't afford to leave anyone out. We must grow a robust and diverse STEM workforce that includes more women and minorities. For example, if people of color were fully represented in the computer sciences workforce, there'd be roughly 570,000 more workers. If women were fully represented, there'd be an additional 1.8 million computer scientists. Progress is possible, but we need to look at the issue in a different way.
The ability to put a face to the work that you do and help communicate the personal why will help us to capture the attention of young people in different ways, and also capture those that aren't necessarily data-driven.
What can we do as a community to encourage diversity in STEM fields? The National Science Foundation is working to broaden participation in STEM through the INCLUDES initiative. The purpose of this initiative is to facilitate conversation that will spark social innovation and lead to broadening participation in the STEM workforce.